Okay, here's a question for you. What could the Great Pyramid of Giza and a simple word like mission possibly have in common? It might sound like a riddle, but the answer is pretty amazing. They're both wonders, built from really simple but incredibly powerful building blocks. Today we're going to uncover the hidden architecture in our own language, and we're starting with some of the most jaw-dropping structures ever made.
You know the names, right? The Great Pyramid of Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the statue of Zeus, the Temple of Artemis, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the Lighthouse of Alexandria. I mean, come on, these things were so unbelievably magnificent, so totally awe-inspiring, that people literally considered them the absolute peak of what humans could create.
But, that got me thinking. It's easy to marvel at what we can build with our hands, with stone and metal. But what about the stuff we build with our minds, with our voices? What if the most powerful, the most long-lasting wonders weren't physical structures at all?
All right, to really dig into this idea, we've got to take a little trip back in time, all the way to the Roman Empire. Now, the Romans, they weren't just geniuses at building things like aqueducts and colosseums, they were also master builders of language. And they had this perfect term for things that just, left them completely speechless. The phrase they used was stupor mundi, and it translates, pretty much literally, to wonder of the world. It's not just a description, it really captures that feeling of total awe, of astonishment. And what's so cool about this is that we can actually use this idea as a bridge. Because right now, in this explainer, we're making a big pivot. We're shifting from the wonders of the world to the wonders that actually build worlds. We are talking about language itself, the hidden architecture of how we think and how we talk to each other.
And here's the crazy part. We're going to focus on just 10 simple Latin verbs. I know, 10 verbs doesn't sound like much, right? But believe me, these 10 words are like the giant foundational stones of a pyramid. They have had a truly massive, monumental impact on the English we speak today.
Okay, let's dive in with the first 5. Just look at how basic these actions are. To send, to put, to take, to receive, and to make. See? These aren't some fancy, complicated, abstract ideas. They are the absolute, rock-solid building blocks for describing pretty much anything that ever happens.
And the next 5? They just keep that theme going. To fortify, to rule, to come, to find, and to lead. Just think about it. With only these 10 simple concepts, you could build the entire framework for some really complex stories. The power of these verbs isn't in how complicated they are, it's in how absolutely essential they are.
Okay, so now for the big reveal. You're probably sitting there thinking, all right, that's kind of neat for ancient Rome, but what does any of this have to do with me? Well, get this. It turns out these ancient linguistic wonders are hiding in plain sight. I mean, literally, in the words you use every single day.
Let's take the verb faccio. It means to make. Sound familiar? It absolutely should. What's a factory? It's just a place where things are made. The ancient blueprint is hiding right there inside the modern word. It's amazing.
Or what about mito? That one means to send. So when somebody goes on a mission, what's really happening? Well, they're on a task that they were sent to do, right? It's a straight line, a direct connection, a linguistic echo that's lasted for 2,000 years. And one more for you. Consider the verb invenio. It means to come upon, or simply to find. And from that, we get our word invention, which is just something that has been found or discovered for the very first time. I'm telling you, these little hidden wonders are everywhere you look. Okay, so we can see the connections are there, but how did these verbs actually work? Like, how did the Romans assemble them into meaning? Now, fair warning, this next part can look a little intimidating, kind of like an ancient, complicated puzzle. But don't you worry, there is a secret code to crack it.
Just take a look at this for a second. This is what's called a conjugation chart, and this is just for one type of Latin verb. You've got all these different endings depending on who is doing the action and when they're doing it. It looks like a nightmare to memorize, doesn't it? A total maze of endings? But what if I told you the key to this entire system could be boiled down to just 4 simple words?
Ready? Here it is. This is the key. Apes eat eggs intensely. Yeah, I know. It sounds completely ridiculous. But this silly little phrase is the secret to unlocking all 4 of the main verb patterns in Latin. Seriously.
So here's how it works. It's actually brilliant. Each word in the phrase gives you the key vowel sound for one of the 4 main verb groups, what linguists call conjugations. So,
Apes clues you in that the first group uses a long A sound. Eat points to the long E in the second group. Eggs is for the short E sound, and intensely is for the long I sound in the fourth. It is such a simple, clever trick for remembering a really complex system.
So the big takeaway here, the crucial point, is this. Just like those 7 wonders of the world were built from countless individual stones, our language is this incredible, magnificent structure that's also built from simple, powerful parts. These 10 verbs and the simple patterns that organize them, that's the hidden architecture holding the whole thing together.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We've uncovered a handful of these connections today, but there are literally thousands more just waiting to be found. So the next time you're talking or writing something, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what other wonders are hiding in the words you use every single day?